Saturday night here. Squeeze together, allow some of the people still coming in to find seats here tonight for the Demolition Derby action. We appreciate that. So please welcome friends and neighbors coming in here tonight. Offer them a seat here as they get ready for. Demolition Derbies. All right, 225, Blake Myers out of Antwerp, Ohio. Blake Myers out of Antwerp comes in. The 117X, Logan Taylor out of Fort Wayne. 205, Mike Muldoon out of Fort Wayne. Maples, Indiana, the hometown. We got the number 67 of Brandon Johnson. The 01, Tyler Brunkard out of Fort Wayne. Payloader, need a driver for the payloader to park out in front of the south entrance. Need a payloader driver available here to put the payloader in front of the south entrance here. Again, minivans lining up along the west wall here. Blake Myers, the 225 out of Antwerp. Tyler Brunkard, the 01 out of Fort Wayne. Logan Taylor, the 17X out of Fort Wayne. Brandon Johnson, the Stein Auto van out of Monroeville, Indiana. Mike Muldoon, the Maples Inn 205 out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Our starting lineup, but the payload are going to make its way to the south entry. Block that off here. Block that exit off for right now. Get those tires picked up and put in front of that south entry. Payloader starts to bring the tires in. Again, the field working off the west wall here tonight. A 5-van field. A lot of vans out there. Again, a great way to get started in Demolition Derby action. A lot of vans available out there. Still in scrap yards or driveways behind barns. So if you're interested in doing some Demolition Derby action and have some fun, put some fancy colors on it, like the 205, belonging to Mike Muldoon. Fancy colors on that there. Great paint job. So you can get a van ready. They can get the rules are available on the websites, mostly on Facebook. You can find out all about all the different derbies around the area. Payloader goes in place, ladies and gentlemen, on a Saturday night here. Loud and proud we go. Let's count them down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag, boys, and a rip. Here we go. Blake Myers, Tyler Brunkard, Logan Taylor, Brandon Johnson, Mike Muldoon. All right, it's here and up here. Red flag comes out. Again, if you're new to Demolition Derby action, red flag's coming out for safety concerns. No direct driver's side door hits allowed on the vehicles for obvious safety reasons. Tires coming off with axles attached to them, or even sometimes just the tire themselves would be a safety reason. Big bumpers. Or the door skin coming off the van. That will be a safety reason. Again, that big hunk of sheet metal coming off that can fly up into the driver's compartment. So big hunk of sheet metal will be another safety reason for the red flag early here in the van. Safety officials are clear. Look around. Matt Holman, Chief Steward, looks around, raises the green flag. We got green flags north, east, west, and south. Back underway here as the 67. Trying to refire the number 67. Brandon Johnson. Johnson trying to refire down the south end as he gets running to the 17X and Logan Taylor. Taylor plows it in. That gets the 67 back underway. Now Brandon Johnson makes up. Got to keep moving. Got to keep hitting. You're always on the clock. Able to make the hit. Resets the clock on the number 67. Here comes the 225. Can't get to the 17X with Taylor. Red flag will come out again. Red flag comes out again quickly here. Red flag comes out. Again, four parts on the arena. Matt clears that quickly. Green flag goes back up. Green flag back down. 67 now Johnson gets the slam. 225. Here comes the 17X Taylor. Taylor in the Muldoon in the 205. north end. Here comes the 225 of Blake Myers. Off the front car to the 01. Oh, comes down, slam into the 67. 67 to 205. Takes the punishment heading down out of the south end, out of the north end. Now the 225. Myers trying to refire. Johnson trying to refire. Here comes the 17X again. On the gas. Slamming and slammed that right front hard into the 225 of Brandon Myers. Back up to the north end. Logan Taylor. Down to the right, hard to the right side. The 01. Runkard takes the 205 over up to the north wall in front of TJ Bolden. Trying to refire the 67 again, trying to refire. Trying to keep the motor going. Brandon Johnson, the 67, tries to re-go. The 205 back underway. Now the 205, the 225. Blake Myers trying to refire, and he gets slammed. That pushes the 205 into the east wall. Here comes Brunkard. Now the 17X Myers. Blake Myers, the 225. He's going to get it from Brunkard again. Logan Taylor to the 17X working that east wall. Looks over his shoulder. Brandon Johnson. Johnson's going to have to cut the 67. Tyler Brunkard in the 01. Here comes the 17X. Logan Taylor slammed that right front of the 225 of Blake Myers. Now the 205, Mike Muldoon, spinning his tires over along the east wall. Here comes Taylor again, this time going out the 225, hard into the right front. Now Brunkard goes nose to nose, gets the bump. Tyler Brunkard, the 01, and the 17X, and the 205, the 225. Trying to get going now. Being told to break off. So our final two now, the 17X, Logan Taylor. Oh, Tyler Brunkard in the 01. Comes tail to tail. Now Brunkard trying to refire. Here comes Taylor. Logan Taylor hard into the backside of the 01 as Brunkard tries to refire the 01. Taylor spins around, loops it around, heading all the way down to the south end, looking to circle around Brandon Johnson, the 67. Going to head to some dry dirt. Trying to get some traction here. Make a final run. Here he comes, east side. Look out, here comes the 17. Taylor. Logan Taylor hard as the 01 Brunkard.